Hi, I'm Sarah, nutritionist for Optimal Body Balance in the Natural Path Health Center. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make tacos that your picky eaters will love. This recipe uses the purple puree, which you can find the ingredients for in the fruit and vegetable puree video. The purple puree has blueberries and blue curled kale in it. So I've got most of my ingredients here on the cutting board. What you'll need to make the tacos is 1 onion, which I've already have chopped up there. This is my purple puree. There's a half a cup of it in there. I'd made it previously and frozen in this individual baggie and then just let it thaw out overnight in the fridge. If you forget to thaw it out overnight in the fridge, it's nice to have these individual portions because you can just run this under cold water. It'll thaw out very quickly. You'll need 3/4 cups of salsa. Make sure you get a mild if your kids are sensitive to spicy things. And if it's a chunky salsa, you can always run it through the blender to make it smoother if you think your picky eaters won't tolerate the texture of it. And then just a 1/4 cup of tomato paste. You'll also need salt, pepper, and 1 pound of ground meat. I'm going to use grass-fed ground beef. You could use chicken or turkey or pork or whatever ground meat you'd like. Alright, so I'm going to get set up over by the stove and I'll show you how to make the tacos. Alright, so I have a tablespoon of oil heating in a large skillet or saucepan. And I'm going to add my chopped onion to the pan. And again, like the salsa, you could chop this finer or puree it if you think your child won't tolerate the texture of it. I don't have a problem with that, so I'm going to saute this until it's slightly translucent. So that'll take a few minutes. Just going to stir it up to distribute the oil. And this is over medium heat. And I'll stir it occasionally, but mostly just going to let it sit and cook until it is translucent. Okay, my onions are looking good. I just added my meat in, so I'm just trying to break it up in the pan here. You're going to cook this for about 5 minutes until the meat is no longer red. Alright, our meat is no longer pink, so now we can add the rest of our ingredients. So I'm going to add my 3/4 of a cup of salsa. A 1/4 cup of tomato paste, my 1/2 cup of purple puree, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a couple pinches of freshly ground black pepper. Alright, I'm just going to mix that all in. Let it heat through and get the colors to blend in. And then you can stir it occasionally and let it cook for about 5 minutes. Your taco meat should look something like this once it's finished. So I let mine cool a little bit, and now it's ready to be customized into a taco. The best way, or one of the best ways to get children to eat new healthy foods is to let them be in charge of how much of each thing they try. So I think one of the best ways to serve these tacos is to have a big platter or several different bowls of all sorts of different kinds of toppings and things that they can add to the taco themselves, so that they're actually creating their own taco with all these different healthy choices that you have put out for them. So I'm going to show you what that can look like. and it's different for every family. You can include any toppings that you want to customize your tacos. Like I mentioned, one of the best ways to get your picky eaters to eat healthier foods is to give them a variety of options and let them choose what they want to eat. So one of the ways to make these tacos even healthier is to create a sort of platter for all of the different toppings. So you get to choose what goes on the platter, and then your picky eater gets to choose what he or she puts on his taco. Another way to get them to try new healthy foods is to actually get them to help you create this platter. So they can help you shred the cheese or tear up the lettuce, pour the salsa. That gets them more familiar with different foods, so they get to touch, taste, smell all these different foods that they might have not tried before or been willing to try before, and it makes it more likely that they will try new foods. So each person can assemble their own taco, and then you can enjoy a healthy meal with your family without all the fighting about finishing your meal or trying new foods.